Choice of component: fractions, residues, mixed fractions disposal. A very often discussed question is how to use or apply the choice of component as fractions, residues and mixed fractions disposal. In principle, we see as fraction a target fraction of separation. So metal fractions of iron, copper and aluminium or other metals may be seen as fractions and components of them shall be given as shares of metals. What means that impurities of non-metals of these fractions shall be given as residues. Or other examples are plastic fractions. The operator has the target to separate a plastic fraction in case with some percent of residues. So we call the main component as plastics and impurities of plastic fibers or fines as organic residues, or impurities of stones, fines and dust as inorganic residues of this plastic fraction. Very similar are other organic fractions, where the operator has the target to separate a fraction of wood, oil or CFC fractions. These fractions may be separated as pure fractions, and you may choose the main component of this fraction under uses. See later. But it may also be a not pure fraction with impurities, and you may choose the component of organic or inorganic residues for these impurities. The term or the component choice of organic residues shall only be used for impurities of fractions, so they're not target material in any fraction. Don't mix up when you call a fraction as residues of separation. This fraction of residues of separation may be a fraction of e.g. bad or not target plastics, for which the main component may be plastics. Or it may be a mixed fraction of organic material you will send, e.g. for incineration. In this case, you may call the component as other organic fractions, as it is your target to separate this fraction for use as fuel substitute. Under the inorganic fractions, we do distinguish glass from other inorganic fractions. As an example, the operator has the target to separate glass, a glass fraction, for a dedicated use, or other inorganic fractions like minerals, stones, for any production of construction materials. The term or the component choice of inorganic residues shall only be used for impurities of fractions, so they're not target material in any fraction. As far as you can, distinguish organic and inorganic residues, as the possible use in the final technology may be different. See, for example, the use of organic shares for fuel substitution in dedicated incineration plants. Use the term or the component mixed fractions disposal only if you forward a mixed fraction to any final technology for which the use of components is classified as disposal for the whole fraction. Examples for this are a regular landfill or a regular municipal waste incineration plant or hazardous waste incineration plant. If you choose one of these final technologies as a technology option for the acceptor, you will get the proposal for the component mixed fraction disposal, which you may of course change on base of good reasons and approvals. Don't use the component mixed fraction disposal for any organic or inorganic residues in any target fraction. Use the options for residues as they are given.